Ever thought about a land where cats have no tails and fairies receive letters? Welcome to the enigma that is the Isle of Man, nestled in the Irish Sea between England and Ireland. This mesmerizing place is a world of its own, filled with unique charms and peculiarities that you won't find anywhere else. From the tailless Manx cats to the tradition of sending letters to fairies, the Isle of Man is steeped in mystery and allure. Today, we'll explore 31 of the most unusual and captivating facts about this mysterious island. Starting our countdown at number 31, the famous tailless Manx cats. Now let's talk about these intriguing felines. The Manx cat, native to the Isle of Man, is a breed unlike any other, distinguished by a genetic mutation that leaves them tailless. The history of these unique cats is shrouded in mystery, with legends attributing their lack of tails to everything from a door-slamming incident aboard Noah's Ark to being late arrivals when the tails were handed out. In reality, their taillessness is a result of a dominant gene that's been passed down through generations. This gene can also cause a range of health issues, but don't worry, these cats are well loved and cared for by the locals. They are as playful, curious and affectionate as any other feline, and they have become an enduring symbol of the island's individuality. But the quirks of the Isle of Man don't stop at tailless cats. They extend to the realm of language as well. The Manx language, or Gaelg as it's locally known, is a Celtic language that, while once widely spoken on the island, is now considered critically endangered. With less than 100 fluent speakers left, the Manx language teeters on the brink of extinction. However, there's a determined effort to keep it alive. Schools on the island have introduced Manx as a second language, and there's even a dedicated Manx radio station. The language itself is distinctive, bearing similarities to Irish and Scottish Gaelic, but with its own unique spin. It's a language filled with the sounds of the sea, the wind, and the island's rich history. Some say that to listen to a conversation in Manx is to hear the whispers of the island's past. From tailless cats to a language on the brink of extinction, the Isle of Man keeps surprising us. From its unique fauna to its rich cultural heritage, this island is a treasure trove of oddities and curiosities, just waiting to be explored. So, stay tuned as we delve deeper into the strange and wonderful world of the Isle of Man. At number 21, we have the tradition of greeting the fairies at the ferry bridge. Now you may think we've wandered into a children's story, but on the Isle of Man, fairies are taken very seriously. This quaint island has a rich history of folklore and legend, with fairies, or the little people as they are often called, playing a starring role. Nestled among lush greenery, the ferry bridge is an unassuming stone structure that carries an enchanting tale. It's not unusual for locals and visitors alike to politely greet the fairies as they cross this bridge. Some say it's to ward off bad luck, others claim it's to ensure safe travels. But everyone agrees that it's a tradition imbued with the charm and whimsy of the Isle. From the mystical to the mechanical, we journey next to the Waterwheel, also known as Lady Isabella. A marvel of Victorian engineering, the Waterwheel holds the title of the world's largest working water wheel. Standing tall at over 72 feet, this impressive structure was built in the mid-19th century to pump water from the Laxey mines. But the Waterwheel is more than just an engineering feat. It's a symbol of the island's industrial heritage, a testament to the hard work of the miners who once toiled beneath the earth. Today, it continues to spin, powered by the same water that once filled the mines, a living piece of history that connects the Isle's past with its present. As we delve into the peculiarities of the Isle of Man, we find a place where tradition and innovation walk hand in hand. A place where people pause to greet unseen fairies, and where a towering water wheel spins not just water, but stories of a time gone by. The Isle of Man, where fairies are greeted and water wheels spin stories. At number 11, we have the adrenaline-fueled TT races. Imagine the pulse-racing thrill of motorbikes whizzing past at breakneck speed on winding roads, the roar of engines filling the air, and the collective gasp of spectators as riders take on death-defying turns. Welcome to the world of the Isle of Man TT races. Held annually in May or June, these races are not for the faint-hearted. They are considered some of the most dangerous racing events in the world, with over 200 fatalities since their inception in 1910. the danger only adds to the allure. The TT races are a test of skill, courage, and endurance, attracting the bravest riders and thousands of spectators from around the world. But the Isle of Man offers more than just heart-pounding thrills. It's also a land steeped in history and legends. If we travel along the stunning coastline from Douglas, the island's capital, we'll find ourselves at the majestic Peel Castle. Built by the Vikings in the 11th century, this ancient fortress stands proudly on St. Patrick's Isle, a small island connected to Peel by a causeway. Peel Castle is steeped in history, but it's the legends that truly capture our imaginations. The castle is said to be haunted by a spectral hound known as the Mardi Da'o. This phantom dog, whose name means black dog in Manx, is said to roam the castle at night. The tale of the Mardi Da'o dates back to the 16th century and has become a part of the island's folklore, adding an air of mystery and intrigue to the already captivating Peel Castle. From the heart-pounding races to the haunting castles, the Isle of Man never ceases to amaze. It's a place where modern-day bravery on the racing track meets ancient legends in the stone corridors of a Viking castle. Stay tuned as we continue our journey through the Isle of Man's unique and fascinating features. And now, we reach the top 5 of our countdown. Our journey takes us to the intriguing symbol known as the 3 legs of man, an emblem so unique you'd be hard-pressed to find it anywhere but the Isle of Man. This symbol, known as the Triskelion, is a curious one indeed. 3 armored legs conjoined at the hip, running in unison. But what does it signify, you may ask? Well, it's believed to represent the island's resilience and determination. Its 3 legs symbolizing the island's ability to keep moving forward, no matter the challenge. This emblem is so integral to the Manx identity that you'll find it everywhere, from the island's flag to its currency, and even on its coat of arms. From this iconic symbol, we move on to a day that holds immense historical significance for the island's inhabitants, Tynwald Day. Celebrated on the 5th of July each year, Tynwald Day is the oldest continuous parliamentary assembly in the world, dating back over 1,000 years. This day is marked with much fanfare and is considered a national holiday on the island. The locals gather at Tynwald Hill, a place steeped in history and tradition, where new laws are read out in both English and Manx Gaelic. The day is also filled with a fair share of festivities, including a grand fair, music performances, and even a traditional Viking battle reenactment, making it a vibrant blend of solemnity and celebration. It's fascinating, isn't it? The way an island seemingly small and secluded can hold such rich and unique traditions. The 3 legs of man in Tynwald Day are just 2 examples of how the Isle of Man's history and culture are deeply intertwined, each element telling a different part of the island's intriguing story. The Isle of Man, a land of ancient traditions and symbols, truly stands apart. Finally, at number 1, we have the most unexpected thing about the Isle of Man. Just when you thought we'd exhausted the oddities of this captivating island, we pull another rabbit out of the hat. Or should we say, a wallaby? Yes, you heard that right. The Isle of Man is home to a thriving population of wild wallabies. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, aren't wallabies native to Australia? And you'd be right. But these marsupials have found a second home on this island in the Irish Sea. Believe it or not, the story starts at the Curragh's Wildlife Park, where a few wallabies escaped in the 70s. Since then, they've adapted to the island's climate and multiplied significantly. Today, the Isle of Man boasts a growing population of these bouncing beauties. So if you're lucky enough to explore the island's lush landscapes, keep an eye out for a flash of fur bounding through the undergrowth. It might just be one of the isle's unexpected residents. And there you have it, 31 of the most unusual things about the Isle of Man. This little island is full of surprises, isn't it? From tailless cats to a wallaby population, the Isle of Man truly is a treasure trove of the unexpected. Just goes to show, you never quite know what you'll encounter when you set off on an adventure.